This is a GCSE coordinated science chemistry question. It's related to bonding, but it also includes some amount of substance and periodic table. It's 9 marks, it runs from A to F. So pause on each section, try to answer, and then review. Here's parts A and B, part C, part D, part E, and finally part F. So taking a look at these sections, bromine is in group 7. Now that tells us there are 7 electrons in its outer shell because the group number is equal to the number of electrons in the outer shell. And bromine will react with hydrogen. The gas hydrogen bromide is produced. What is the structure? Well, the fact that it's a gas tells us actually that it's going to be a small molecule because it has a low melting point. It's certainly not ionic, although you'll find out with the acids and bases it can break down into H plus and Br minus ions. But it's not giant covalent and it's certainly not metallic. Small molecule is what we're aiming for here. Part C, formula of fluorine gas. You have got to remember that the group 7 elements exist diatomically. They exist in pairs. That means that it's going to be F2. Now the number must be a subscript. It must be small and to the right and to the lower corner of the F to get that mark right. On to part D. How can this show what the trend in reactivity is down group 7? Well, first of all, what is the trend? We need to remember that reactivity decreases down the group. Fluorine is the most reactive. Now, this is not asking why in terms of electronic structure. This is asking you to use the data in the table. So chlorine is able to displace bromine and iodine from its salts. Bromine can't displace chlorine, but can displace iodine. And you could take it a step further. Iodine is not able to displace either chlorine or bromine, but you've got enough there for your 3 marks. On to part E, and we want to know the relative formula mass of TiO2. We've been given the atomic masses, but they could have been taken from the periodic table as well. Formula, TiO2, titanium is 48, 2 oxygens at 16 each, takes you to a total of 80. And finally, part F. So we've got 500 grams of titanium dioxide should produce 1.2 kilograms, but it only produces 900. It's actually a very straightforward percentage yield question. I've made 0.9 kilograms, I should have made 1.2. 0.9 over 1.2 multiplied by 100, 75%.